Okay, today we're going to do the musculoskeletal assessment. And first we're going to start with co-wipe. Check your orders, check for allergies, assess the patient, assemble your equipment, wash your hands, identify yourself and the patient, provide for privacy, educate, evaluate, and explain. So first I will check for symmetry on the front, over, and on the back. Look for any abnormalities. Symmetry is good. Next we're going to do the elbow. So I'll have you do flexion and extension. Before you do that though, check your joints. Make sure that there's no redness, swelling, any tenderness, lesions or bruising. Nothing's tender. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the hands and wrists also. And if I forget anything about checking the joints on the wrist, I would, but alright, just in case. Now we're going to do the flexion and extension on this arm. Good. Now I'm going to add some resistance. Good. Good. Alright, next I'll have you, we're going to work on your hands and wrist. So for your wrist, I'll have you do the flexion and extension. And then for your hand, I'll have you do flexion, extension, hyperextension. Good. Now, when we get this book, for the radial deviation, we'll be going towards the right for the wrist. And the ulnar deviation will be going to the left towards the thumb. Alright, so I'll have you do that. So radial and then the ulnar. Good. No hurting when you do that? Okay, no. Good on that. Alright, and then next I'll have you, with each finger, meet the thumb to each finger. So you would do this bilaterally too. So, and then next we'll have you make a fist. Open, make a fist. Alright, that's it for the hand and wrist. I already checked all her joints for that. Next I'm going to have you stand up and we're going to do the spine. Alright, I'm going to have you bend over and try to touch your toes. And I'm going to look to see, make sure her spine is midline. And it is. And I would feel for any abnormalities. And I would normally look for any redness or swelling. Alright, she's good on that. So I'll have you stand back up. And we're going to do lateral bending. So right now we're going to lean to the right and lean to the left. Good. And now I'm going to kind of give you some extra assistance. I'm going to have you lean backwards. Good. And now frontwards. Good. Alright. And the last thing for the spine, we're going to have you rotate to the right and rotate to the left. Okay. You're not hurting when you do any of that. Okay. She's good on that. So next we'll have her lay down and we're going to work on the hip, make sure there's no abnormalities. Okay. First we're going to do flexion, so you're going to bring your knee to you, and extension, and then hyperextension. Sorry. And now we're going to add resistance when you do your flexion. Good. And then your extension, then your hyperextension. Good. And again, we would do this bilaterally, and I would check all her joints when we did this. Okay, and then we're going to do abduction, then adduction, internal rotation, external rotation. Good. You didn't have any pain when you did any of that. Okay. And then next, you'll kind of bring your leg up like a frog, and we'll have it go out and then in. Okay? Alright, thank you. And we would do it on both sides also. Next, we're going to check your gait. Okay. I'll have you walk to the phone and then back to me. Okay. And while she's doing this, we're going to make sure she's balanced and that there's no abnormalities in her walking. She's good. Alright, next we're going to do the knee. Okay. So we are going to flex it and hyperextend it. Probably have her do this twice on both sides. And next we're going to do the ankle and foot. Okay, go. Okay, and we're doing the ankle and foot now. So we're going to start by feeling all the joints in the ankle. And I would normally not have her shoes on, but for my sake and for y'all's sake, don't know how her feet look and don't know how they smell, so we're keeping the shoes on. Alright, so I felt all the joints, and I would actually feel the joints in her toes and in her foot. Alright, so everything's good. There was no tenderness when I did that, right?
No.
Abigail? Okay, so there's no tenderness, and I'm going to just say that there's no swelling or redness. I'm going to trust her word. Okay, so next I would have her do the plantar flexion, would be downward. The dorsiflexion would be upward. All right, and the inversion. Oh, no, inversion. Inversion, eversion. Then I would have her bring her toes upward, and that's flexing. And then I would have her point her toes. And then I would look for any abnormalities as she's doing that. And when you did any of that, did it hurt?
Mm-mm,
Yeah.
no.
Okay. So it didn't hurt her, and yeah, that's it for her ankle and feet.